What's up, retards? We are back for another episode of the CarTARDS podcast.
What's
Today,
up, gamers?
Not gamers. Gamers, get out of here. Today on the...
You have a problem with gamers, Mark?
I keyed, of course.
Bigot.
Today on the docket, we're talking about the 2021 F1 rules. Eddie RickenBacker, a very inspirational man, and the new Ford versus Ferrari movie that just came out. We're talking about the American Rallycross Association and the Kia Telluride. So let's start off talking about the F1 2021 rules. So I wanted to talk about the 2021 rules because there's a lot of stuff that I really don't like. Some people think the 2021 rules are cool, but I do not agree.
Yeah, I'm taking a look here at the F1 website, and literally their entire rule change says the 10 ways the 2021 rules will improve the F1. Will improve F1, which sounds like garbage if you ask me.
Yeah. So the key changes are better looking cars. First of all, that's subjective. They do look nice. I'll admit that in their pre-renders of their cars, they look pretty cool. They look nice and swept and just, smooth, very slippy through the air looky. But
the
like
tires
one of the things is like, yeah, I feel like those are not actually what they're gonna look like, but I don't know. In 2021, F1 cars will have radical new design philosophy and striking new look. Blah, 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 blah. It's also proposed that the wheel rims will be fitted with a rotating LED display panel to provide information to spectators, while a bodywork display panel is also proposed for the same reason. In short, this is the kind of car kids want posters of on their bedroom walls. Yeah. It's like, okay, I already wanted a poster of a normal, older F1 car. This is just stupid. You look at these cars and they look nice, but I don't want a rotating LED display panel on a fucking poster car. No, that's stupid.
Literally, all it's gonna happen is they're gonna end up running ads on it. It's just gonna be more ads to fuel the fire for F1.
Enable drivers to race closer, and that's fine. I like that they're trying to get them closer and trying to get more people to view it because it's more, more exciting because the cars are so close and really wheel to wheel.
Yeah.
But I don't like that. And then fairer finances, the cost cap, I'm really annoyed about, because that's just going to stagnate innovation. The F1, they like to show off the fact that they've created such a great hybrid system that works so well and is now being used in the consumer automotive industry.
It's huge.
But that cost cap is just gonna stagnate innovation like that. It's gonna make it so shit like that never happens again, because that's what cost caps do.
Well, yeah, because when you don't give them the wiggle room to go out and make cool, crazy stuff, I mean, what are you gonna do? All you gotta do is twiddle your thumbs and be like, okay, we can tweak the one thing that we have that might make it better, but it might not.
Yeah. Innovation costs a shit ton of money.
Yeah, as it should. Because if you're going to be making something so bigger and better, you gotta go all out, bigger and better to make it better.
I as part of a design member on a design team for a snowmobile, innovation costs money. We had very little budget. We could do very little innovation. I don't think we even did any innovation last year because we had so little budget that we just couldn't do any innovation. And none of the other teams in that competition did much innovation either. And because of that, one of the sponsors of the competition dropped out. They're like, we're not seeing enough innovation, so we're not going to give you guys any money. And it's like, what the fuck? We need that money so we can do innovation. First of all, give us more money. That'll make us actually innovate some stuff. Mm-hmm. But as of right now, you have to have a lot of money to innovate.
Yeah.
And being competitive, you can still be competitive without being innovative. But being innovative takes so much money. That's what racing is all about in the first place. It's about being innovative, offering innovative solutions to problems to beat your opponents.
Well, yeah, that's how we have half of the cars that you see on the road today. Most of them, the technologies and frankly the idea of some of those cars comes from innovation on the track. It slowly makes its way into the market because they realize, oh, this is good for a little more than just going fast around the track or in a straight line.
And that's why we had a 6-wheeled F1 car for a little while, and it was super cool. It was so innovative. Like, it didn't work, but it was still innovative, and it was still a cool idea.
Yeah.
Like, just like that will never happen again with this cost cap. It's just stupid.
So I'm also taking a look at the proposed engine rules, which are they're gonna keep the 1.6 liter V6, which is okay. It's a neat little engine, but they're gonna up the limit by 3,000 to 4,000 RPM.
Oh,
to make that thing
cool.
scream.
Yeah, that thing will scream. 3,000 to 4,000 RPM. They're gonna have to
more. It's gonna be insane.
That just makes the engines so much more expensive. Cars will be 25 kilograms heavier as a result of the new tires. That's another thing. I think that low profile tires are really stupid because they don't help. They don't work the way people think they work. So they give you a slightly better turn in, but they don't have as much sidewall to roll over onto as you turn. And so because you can't roll over onto that sidewall, you can't get a higher contact patch as you're turning and as you're loading that tire up.
Yeah.
So you can't get as much grip from a low profile tire as you possibly could with a little bit higher profile tire with a little bit more sidewall on it. Like, it makes a difference. And people don't understand that. They just want that instant, like, snappy turn in, but they don't understand that, other things in the tire matter. Because as soon as you start to, break loose, a low profile tire is just going to instantly break loose. Whereas, a tire with a little bit more sidewall, it's going to break loose slowly, and you're going to be able to, it's going to be more predictable. Those low profile tires are just going to be super unpredictable.
Yeah.
So I think low profile tires, especially in like racing applications like that, is just stupid. Especially since it adds so much more weight with the heavier rims. That's just super frustrating that they did that. But they're trying to save rubber and save the planet.
Yeah.
Insert meme about...
Insert Greta Thunberg picture here.
Insert Greta Thunberg picture. Oh god. At 8:09, we're already inserting other pictures than the plan. Oh god. This is bad. This is really bad. We don't have as many topics as we usually do because we were both kind of busy this week.
Yeah, it's been a weird week.
No one's gonna view this anyway.
Yeah, but if you're here, we love you. We appreciate you.
No, we don't.
Shut up, Mark. We love people, I guess.
Join the Discord, link in bio. If you wanna just hang out, Oh, we're in the wrong Discord channel.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah.
But we're not in the streaming channel. That's unfortunate. If somebody does join, I guess we'll just talk to you.
Yeah.
But nobody's gonna join.
Nah, it's whack. I mean, I've been very slowly getting back in the F1, very very slowly. I don't know. These rule changes just kind of make my head hurt.
I mean,
F1 almost not exciting.
I enjoy watching F1. I think it's fun to watch. I don't know. I enjoy watching the highlight reels anyway, because they're really exciting. But when it's a 50, 60 lap race and nothing happens for half of it, it's not.
I will gladly sit down and watch the Monaco Grand Prix. I'll fucking watch the shit out of that. That's just a fun race.
You know what's also fun to watch? IndyCar.
Yeah.
No one appreciates IndyCar, but IndyCar is actually really fun to watch.
People just shit on IndyCar and say it's just shitty F1, which they're not wrong. But even shitty F1 is fun to watch.
I'm curious if IndyCar. Oh god. Sorry guys. Fuck, it's so loud.
Clickety clackety. It's
literally my speaker is sitting on the same surface as my mechanical keyboard, so it's just super. So when did IndyCar first become a thing? IndyCar, American-based. Another. Blah blah blah. Centerpiece to Indianapolis 500. When was the first Indianapolis 500? That's all I want to know. Indianapolis 500-mile race, world's oldest current. Yeah, so the Indy 500 is the world's oldest operational automobile race. So the Indy 500, which is basically the origin of IndyCar, came out before F1, Formula 1. So like IndyCar is a lot older than F1 is, which is kind of cool. But also like having new kinds of racing is also always fun. Like, you know, it gets old watching the same thing year after year.
Oh, yeah.
I can understand that. But like having a race that's older and more, you know, knows more, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to appeal to the boomers here.
Okay, boomer.
That's a slur. You can't say that.
If you think it's a slur, you are a literal smooth brain.
I was at a hockey game the other night, and this guy was just railing on the this fan was just railing on the ref for like making bad calls, and he just kept yelling, and I just wanted to turn around to him and be like, okay, boomer. And just insta destroyed. I really wanted to say that, but I didn't. I didn't say that because the ref actually was in the wrong there. He was being a huge cocksucker. He threw out a fan. Like, what kind of ref throws out a fan?
What event was this?
It was the WSU versus U of I hockey game.
No way. The hockey game?
Yeah.
That's dumb as shit.
Yeah, the ref was just being way off his... Just needed to get down from his high horse.
Yeah.
Just off his rocker, man.
Like, if it's like a middle school or an elementary school game, I can see that, but it's a college game, dude. Get over it. People paid to be there.
Yeah, and the entrance fee was $7.
People, oh my god.
$7. The last game I went to was $3 for entrance.
Jesus
$3 fucking
Christ.
dollars. This one was $7 for some reason. Like, who the fuck does that? That's such a shitty thing to do.
Yeah, that's so fucking dumb. Yeah,
like just increasing the price of one event just because it's a home game for one college, and for the other college it's within 15 minutes of their home campus. So and it was also parents' weekend.
Oh, that's right, huh?
For both colleges, and so there were a shit ton of people there, and they just upped the entrance fee, and it's like, come on, that's such a shitty thing to do. Because I went expecting like a $3 or maybe $5 entrance fee, especially with like student ID, but nope, $7 for everyone. What?
That's so
bullshit.
Stupid.
I'm a broke ass college student, and I'm already here. Like, I don't want to just.
You don't get to go to
drive
home
home
games for.
Do
you not get to go to home games for free for anything?
Well, it's not like it's our home. It's their home rink. But the rink does not belong to U of I.
Oh, okay.
So they can make it whatever entrance fee they want, basically.
Well, that's pretty stupid of them.
Yeah. But it's the only rink within, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where the other nearest ice rink is. I don't care.
I think it might be the only one in the immediate area. It's
probably
not more
is.
than an hour away.
Does Louis have an ice rink?
I don't think so.
Huh.
Because I'm pretty sure if like we do like ice skating shit every now and then, I think we can go up to the Moscow rink.
Oh, wow. That's whack. But yeah, anyway.
Oh wait, no, Idaho does have one. We have the LC Ice Rink.
Huh. You mean Louis has one?
Yeah, Louis. Same thing. Wow,
yeah.
wow, that's fucking amazing. Huh, I did not know we had that.
So, yeah, we're kind of... That was pretty much all I wanted to talk about for the F1 rules. Just a bunch of stupid things that really should not, like, be that way. I just think it's foolish of them to do that.
Like, I don't mind the aesthetic change for the cars. I think that's okay.
Yeah, the aesthetic change is fine.
It's just the expense cap that's gonna murder the sport.
The expense cap and the low profile tires are what really make me angry.
Yeah. Pretty stupid.
Like, and the way they're like toting it, like, oh, we're so good.
For the further advancement of the sport, please. You're gonna hold the sport back more than you're going to push it ahead if you have. They're
also doing less wind tunnel testing. They're like, in a further bid to reduce aero development costs, the number of wind tunnel runs each team can do has been slashed. So they're just making everyone use CFD instead of physical simulations, which CFD works pretty well, but CFD is not everyone. Like, it's really hard to do CFD well if you don't know what you're doing, which I'm sure these teams know what they're doing, but CFD, basically the more complex you make a CFD simulation, the worse a CFD simulation is going to be.
Right, because it's just too many variables at one point.
Yeah, too much. Because instead of treating everything like, if you try and draw like a complex geometrical shape, instead of treating everything like it's slightly rounded, the CFD tries to treat everything like it's a bunch of angles that are really close together. So like if you have a radius, and so that's kind of, it's way more complex than that, but that's kind of what it's like. And I've never done a CFD simulation, so I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I've done enough other kinds of simulations to understand the general format. And I do know fluid dynamics pretty well, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. But
Mark, air isn't a fluid.
What? You just said one of the stupidest fucking things I've ever heard you say, Jacob.
Air isn't fluid, it's air. It's a gas.
I don't know if you're serious or not, and it's making me really nervous that you're actually retarded. Alright, so next
I like
topic.
playing with Mark's brain, it's fun.
Next topic. I wanted to talk about Eddie Rickenbacker. And I made a post about this on the Instagram, if you're on the Instagram. Eddie Rickenbacker was a super cool guy. He was a veteran, and I'm doing this for Veterans Day, basically. I know this is a while since Veterans Day, like a week and a half now, probably. I don't know. I don't remember when Veterans Day was. I just remember making a post about it. But basically, Eddie Rickenbacker was a super cool guy. None of you guys liked the Veterans Day post I made. Wow, you guys must just hate veterans. God.
Assholes.
What pieces of shit. But yeah, veteran Eddie Rickenbacker. Super inspirational guy in the car industry. He was a World War I pilot, ace pilot, shot down 21 enemy planes, 5 balloons, awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor, and he started racing in the Indy 500 in 1912 and raced until 1916, and he came in second during his final race. And then he owned the Indianapolis Motor Speedway from 1927 until 1945 when he sold it.
He also had his own car company for a little bit. Rickenbacker Automobile.
What?
Yeah, the Rickenbacker Motor Company.
Oh shit, yeah, he did.
But it went bankrupt after 7 years.
Wow, the first 4-wheel brake system.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, and the other car companies, the other car manufacturers, basically shut him down with bad publicity, just like Edison tried to do to Tesla, or basically did to Tesla. Similar thing. Wow. Yeah, that's the first factory car with a 4-wheel brake system, the RickenBacker. That is so cool.
Tip my hat to you, sir.
Rickenbacker. He went into some huge debt after going bankrupt with his company, with his car company. But
I mean, you can't stop the guy.
But he was determined to pay back all $250,000 he owed.
Was that in 1920 money, or was that adjusted for today's inflation?
That's 1920 money, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking
insane.
money.
That's a lot of money. Yeah. He bought the Indy Motor Speedway in 1927. He operated it for a decade and a half. Made a ton of improvements to the facility. Yeah, it's really cool. And then he closed it after 1941 because of World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And he just thought the race would have been a waste of valuable gasoline, basically. So he's like, well, we should give all the gasoline to the war effort. That's basically what he did. Because he wanted the U.S., the Allied powers,
a
to
true
win the war.
patriot.
He opposed FDR's New Deal policies.
Oh no shit.
He was a capitalist, which is cool. I mean, I think capitalism, like so many good cars, just from like a car standpoint, like putting all politics aside, from a car standpoint, capitalism makes way better cars than
ever seen a
socialists do. Yeah.
You ever seen the cars that come out of fucking USSR?
Yeah. Yugo? Yugo was a USSR car, right? Oh my god, what a piece of shit. I mean, for some reason, there's like a cult following behind him. Jesus.
Are you kidding? If a car exists, it has a cult following.
That's true. It's like rule 34.
Yeah.
If it exists, there's a point of it.
If it exists.
If it exists, there's a cult following of that car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's not like a culty following, but there's a pretty decent following for MX6s. Every time like someone actually recognizes my car, they're like, "Whoa, it's an MX6. That's so cool. I love those cars." And I'm like, "Yeah, they're pretty fucking sick." Usually it's people who have like owned one in the past. They're like, "I love that car. I wish I'd never sold it." And I'm like, "Yep, same."
That's how I am with like really weird random Japanese cars. Like I saw a Suzuki Cappuccino in Lewiston once. I shit you not, I lost my fucking mind.
Did you know?
Because it's a cappuccino, dude. You know how cute those little shitters are?
I guess I do.
They literally make the Miata look fucking huge. Little 3-cylinder FR layout, weighs just shy of 2,000 pounds, I think. Maybe not even.
Oh yeah, stock car. Yeah.
I lost my mind because it's so cute.
2024.
Yeah. Like there's just like these really like random little key cars that I just fucking love. Like the Daihatsu Mira.
Getting into Mighty Car Mods talk, are we now?
Oh yeah.
You would.
Hey man, Daihatsu's amazing.
I mean, yeah, they're pretty cool. Daihatsu engines are pretty bulletproof too. Like, they use them on They used to use them on like power trials and stuff, and they're pretty damn good engines. Like, like Honda basically took over the small engine market.
Yeah.
But like for a while, Daihatsus were like very widely used in that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think they might have had like a V-twin. I don't remember what they had all, but they had some pretty cool little Daihatsu, just tiny little Daihatsu engines. I love small engine manufacturers because they're so cool. They have all these cool little like things that they do
Mm-hmm.
that make them like slightly better. Very slightly, but they're like, yeah, we're beating the competition in horsepower per half liter.
Innovation where you can get it, dude.
Cute. But yeah, except for like Briggs & Stratton. Like Briggs & Stratton has they sell a shit ton of engines, but they have not changed their engine design in like 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like I shit you not, like I'm pretty sure it's a Briggs & Stratton engine from like 1917 or something, and it's exactly the same as like a brand new Briggs & Stratton engine. Like it's very close. The only difference is like the change in the logo on it.
Yeah,
they're all exactly the same. It's so funny.
Say, there's a little like I want to say it's like a Honda. No, it's the Mazda AutoZam.
Oh yeah.
The AZ1.
Yeah,
that
AutoZam.
thing. Oh my god, that's like between that and the Cappuccino, those are like the god tiers of Kei Cars for me.
Or the Honda Fit.
Yeah.
Fit. No, Honda. Oh god, I forgot the name.
The one that's like supposed to have a little motorcycle in the back of it.
No, not that one. Honda Beat. That's what I'm thinking of. Honda Beat.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That thing's kind of cute. It's kind of cute.
Yeah. They're interesting cars. They're mid-engine rear-wheel drive with a tiny-ass Honda engine in it.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect for just redlining gears all day long.
Ding, 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 ding. Like every Honda driver ever.
Insert stereotypical Honda Ricer video. Oh my god.
Doesn't know that third and fourth gear exist. So they just fucking
Red
chill
lines
out in
first and
second.
second for 8 seconds each.
Yeah, because
Oh
they
my
make
God.
that 120 peak horsepower for 500 RPM. They gotta use it.
God. Honda drivers that just slap the limiter. It's such a stereotype. But I mean, I guess if you got an engine where you can just slap the limiter for 10 seconds, would you? Yes.
Oh yeah, you absolutely
I
would.
would do exactly the same thing.
And the fact that most of those engines are beefy enough to take it,
Mhm.
it's like
That's-
it's almost
I mean,
encouraged.
Yeah. Like in my Subaru, if I slap the limiter for 8 seconds, I don't have an engine anymore. So I don't. But like in a Honda, yeah. And they're so cheap, like
Mhm.
I could just no.
Well, I mean, like
Literally-
the B series engines, like in the 80s and 90s. I mean, those things were fucking indestructible.
Yeah.
They're literally bulletproof. You couldn't touch them.
Yeah.
You put 400,000 miles on that thing, it'll still go for a while.
Yeah, or like Toyota engines from
Yeah.
the mid 90s where they just go for 400,000 miles without even losing compression.
Yeah, my uncle, he has an 85 Corolla that he bought new, and the last thing he did to it, like the entire thing's almost bone stock, all original parts. The last thing he had to put in was new suspension, and he was fine.
Yeah.
And that car still drives like a fucking champion somehow.
Yeah, I wish I owned. I wish they made like some sporty all-wheel drive car that was fun to drive and like not turbo and had a shitty engine, but they don't exist.
Honestly,
Although I guess like maybe a 2.5 RS, like a Subaru, but it's another Subaru. I don't want another Subaru. Subarus are such shit.
if they would have made the Scion TC all-wheel drive, it would have been kind of fun.
That sounds terrible.
I loved my Scion, dude. That thing was an animal.
I hated it.
I just wish it wasn't. I just wish it would have been a manual, because it would have been so much better.
I do not like Scions in general.
I like them.
I've
They
never-
have decent
I've never-
engines.
I've never come across a Scion car that looked good to me.
Ouch.
Like maybe I'd get used to the look and it'd start to grow on me like the Subaru did.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't see myself ever liking the look of a Scion.
Like the XB, the toaster car, I don't like that. The IA was okay. I only really liked the TC just because it's just kind of cute. It just looked fast as fuck. It looks fast. It's not fast, but it looks fast.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I think, I don't know. One thing for Mazda, even if they do make like underpowered cars and they haven't really made anything good since, or not anything good other than the Miata since the Speed 6 and Speed 3.
Hey.
But like, they make pretty decent looking cars. All of their cars look nice and look like happy, like they want to be a car. They don't look like a miserable fucking piece of shit Peugeot or something. I don't know. Mazda's, like the MX-6, I still think that's such a beautiful car. They've just got such a nice body. Such a nice body line.
Yeah.
IMO. And then there's the older, second gen MX-6 anyways. First gen MX-6 also looked good. It's an 80s car, which is like boxy, but it looked pretty good, even though it was boxy. I think the king of like boxy 80s cars is definitely like the DeLorean though.
Yeah. It's literally the definition of its time for car design.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
It's about as 80s as it gets.
You made a DeLorean into a time machine?
Yeah. Loses shit in Doc Brown.
Oh my god. Yeah, I really like the look of Mazdas. Toyotas have pretty good styling too, but Scions just, I don't know, they're like trying to be a Toyota, but not quite.
They are Toyota.
I know they are Toyota, I know that, but like, they're like trying to be, they're like Toyota's ugly sister.
Well, the entire point of Toyota opening up Scion was to make a car that appealed to millennials. They were supposed to be small, compact, but still usable and look kind of nice. So I mean, like, I honestly think the last gen Scion cars made, like right before they shut down, was the closest thing they had to getting there.
Yeah.
Like, I think the last gen TC is arguably one of the best looking TCs they ever made. It's just, I missed the big spoiler that came with the 07. The spoiler was so ridiculous. It honestly made the look of the car though, so I was all over it. They also made them pretty decently fast too, right towards the end. The last one pumped 180 to the wheel.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Out of either a 2.5 or a 2.6, I can never remember.
Yeah. My 2.5 from 1993 puts out 250. Well, soon to be 300 to the wheels.
Well, yeah. But you're using that forced induction.
Yeah. But it made 164 to the wheels stock.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So,
it's not bad for a V6 from that era. And then now you've got the fucking Honda Accord V6 that pumps shut over like fucking 300 horsepower out of 3 liters. Yeah.
You're saying I thought you were saying I had that in that car, and I'm like, no, that's not. No,
like my dad's 06 Honda Accord, it makes 285 to the wheels.
It's pretty crazy.
It's fucking stupid. The thing's just so goddamn heavy you can't do anything with it.
There's people with Odysseys, and I think it's an engine similar to that. It might be a 3-liter, but with Odysseys, and they like turbocharge it, and then
those fucking engines
make
are bulletproof.
it go fast.
Because they're still VTEC V6s. You slap a little Turbski on there.
It's like a little, it's a little different VTEC, but it's still VTEC. Yeah. Yes.
We've devolved into random fucking garbage now. Send help.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I don't like Scions. They're ugly.
I'll never forgive you.
Did you say never?
I'll never forgive you.
You'll never forgive me. Good. I didn't want to be forgiven anyway. But yeah, let's talk about that new movie.
Yeah,
Ford versus
Ford v.
Ferrari. I've seen the advertisements for it, as the young kids call it, and it looks really good. Matt Damon, always great. Matt Damon.
Christian Bale too is a crazy mad lad who actually got to drive it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Like the Ford GT40, just such a
it's fucking iconic.
Awesome looking car. It just looks so cool. Like especially even compared to like the Ferraris at the time, like the car it was going against.
Like
I think
you would
the
never
GT40
guess this is an
looked
American car.
way better.
Like if you removed all of the logo and badging off of it, you would guess this is a European car.
Yeah. Yeah, personally, I think that the GT40 just looks so much better than the Ferraris did.
Well, because what was that thing racing? It was the GT40 versus the Ferrari.
I don't remember the name of
it. Fuck, I can't remember what it is. I'll look it up.
Le Mans 66. Le Mans 66. Fuck. What's the?
I know it's alphanumeric name because it's kind of Ferrari was on that horse shit. Here we go.
American sports drama film. Wow, that's what they're considering it. I would consider it a racing film.
Well, they categorize racing into sports because they're heathens.
Yeah, I guess. I guess automobile film isn't a genre. That's stupid. I don't want to look at the screen rant like why Ford v Ferrari's title is different in Europe and why it's bad. Screen rant. No, I just want to know the name of the Ferrari.
Yeah, that's all I want. All I know is Enzo shit the bed. It's hilarious.
Oh my god, I just don't know what the fuck. Yeah, so I don't know what the name of the Ferrari is.
Oh, the Ferrari 365 P2 Spider.
65P Spider?
65 P2 Spider.
Oh, 65-2 Spider.
Yeah, it just looks kind of gross.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the GT40 looks way better. They're just so beautiful because it's like the perfect mix for me of like muscle and sports car. Because you can tell like it's got something big because it looks just mean.
Yeah. Oh, I lied.
It also
it's the Ferrari P330.
Ferrari.
The 330 P3.
330P.
Yeah, P3. It looks kind of doo-doo, but not as bad as the 365.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean like the GT40 just looks angry and it looks like it's just gonna like rip you to shreds, but it also looks agile.
Yeah.
And just really fucking fast. Like the Ferrari looks fast, but it does not look angry like the GT40.
It just
does
looks
not
European.
look like it's
That's
gonna eat you.
That's the problem with European cars.
Yeah.
They just look too sophisticated. They all look like hoity-toity Frenchmen that only speak in like old proper French.
Baguette.
Yeah, honestly. Like, you ever fucking read French poetry? Like,
no.
classical? It's fucking awful.
Wait, was Dante French or was Dante Italian? Dante was Italian, wasn't he?
I want to say he was Italian. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, because I read Dante's Inferno and that was whack.
Well, again, like classical literature in general is just awful to read as a modern American because A, we never spoke like that.
Yeah.
And B, most people that spoke like that probably hated their lives. So,
I mean, Shakespeare is okay to read.
yeah, but like, because it's English. It's not.
Oh, it's English. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like translated.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not classical French being translated to classical English.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
fair.
just an awful translation. Because like if you read translated classic French poetry, you just want to shoot yourself. Because the French are so stuck up that they refuse to speak in a normal nomenclature. So they just speak in circles around what they try to say. And you're just sitting there hating your life for 20 minutes trying to figure out what the first stanza means. And then there's still another 3/4 of a page of the poem to read.
And then there's Italian.
I hate poetry. It's neat and all, but if you're gonna tell a story, just tell a fucking story, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like music is just the higher form of poetry.
Yeah.
Like, there's way better, like poetry is cool and all, but music is way cooler than poetry. Like, yeah, no. Just use music to do what you're trying to do. And if you're not, like, musically inclined, then write your poem and give it to someone who is.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
moral of the story, kids, if you can't do it, make someone else do it.
Someone else probably can. And they're probably better at you.
Oh, they're definitely
better than you at everything else as well, and you're just, like, depresso. Yep, that's my life in a nutshell.
But, I mean, back to Ford v Ferrari. The movie is being received really well, and like I don't care what movie critics are. I don't care what movie.
Yeah, except for those two critics that are like, Matt Damon.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what the critics have to say about the movie as a movie. I just like that people in the car community, like I know that like Johnny Lieberman and Jason Camisa have already seen it, and they just said it was amazing. Very true to the story. Very well done.
So it's got a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, an 8.3 out of 10 on IMDb, and a 4 out of 5 on Common Sense Media.
Alright. At least people like it.
So it's it's got a pretty good score. Who produced this?
That's
I'm
a
curious.
very good question.
Directed by James Mangold, written by Jez Butterworth, John Henry Butterworth, Jason Keller. Okay. Oh, Carroll Shelby.
Fucking madman.
What a legend.
He's about as close as it gets to Texas Jesus outside of fucking George Strait. He's a madman. I love him. I love him. I love him so much.
Okay. You can stop fanboying over Carroll Shelby now.
You can't stop me.
I can try. I'll go over to Louis and just beat your ass.
That'll only make it stronger.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You were supposed to finish it there, but you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's got a rear occupant alert. Sorry, I'm looking at something else. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so loud. Sorry, viewers, that's awful.
Yeah.
Oh, so MSN.com. MSN.com just came out with a new article about how young people are endangering the car industry by Douglas A. McIntyre.
Oh, you mean so young people being smart with their money and not falling for the trap of buying a new car? What's this? What's this?
And this boomer.
Okay, boomer.
This just sounds like a boomer name.
Yeah. Okay, boomer.
For some reason, younger Americans are buying fewer of the vehicles sold in the United States, and old people are buying a larger percentage.
It's almost like the old people have money and are stupid.
Yeah.
Because they're boomers.
I don't consider them stupid for buying a new car if they have the money to pay for it and it's a good financial decision for them.
Well, yeah, but like buying a new car is just frankly not worth it half the time.
somebody's got to do it though.
Yeah, someone's got to do
Otherwise they don't. Otherwise they won't make new cars.
Yeah.
Like I'll never buy a new car, but like somebody has to. If I get really rich, I'll probably start buying new cars, but not in my current. Not in my current.
Yeah, in my current financial status, I am just going to keep the car I have. If my car ever explodes, I'm just going to hope and pray I can find a WRX for $6,000.
Don't buy a WRX.
I want a WRX. Fuck off.
Don't buy a WRX to replace your shitty Audi.
I'm gonna buy a WRX when my Audi explodes and no one can stop me.
Oh, you're just gonna be disappointed.
Nah.
You're just going to be purely disappointed.
Nah, it'll be
with
fun.
Everything on that car. I guarantee it. Like, you'll be like, why didn't you... Like, a year later, you'll be like, why didn't you tell me not to buy this? And I'll be like, I fucking did, you piece of human garbage.
Yeah, worth it.
You fucking retard.
I like fun cars.
Pics. Oh, I love ads that are like pics. Hilarious gym photos that'll make your day.
I hate those so much.
New research by the Green Car Congress looked at cars and light trucks sold by buyers age in 2007-2017. In the earlier year, 31% were bought by people 55 and older. That number was 52% in 2017. Worse for the industry. In 2007, 13% of cars sold in America were bought by people 65 and older. That number rose to 27% in 2017. Yeah, we get it. Old people buy new cars because they don't want to have to worry about a new an older car breaking down. I fucking get it.
Like
it's
that
like
makes the most sense about buying a new car. Is like it's gonna be pretty dang reliable for a while, and if they're old enough, will be reliable till the day they die.
Yeah, I mean, you buy a new. Just buy a new car if you have the money for it. Don't buy a new car if you don't.
Yeah, simple as
that.
that.
Not that fucking hard.
Also, leasing a car is low-key a scam, but people still fall for it.
I don't know why people ever lease a car or buy a car with buy a car on a loan. Don't do that. Just buy a less expensive car.
Yeah,
if you don't have the money,
want to buy a car and you're on a really tight budget, buy a cheap car. Don't go outside of your means.
Car. If you wreck a $500 car,
you're only
it's
lost
a $500 car.
If you wreck a $60,000 car, you had to put $5,000 on, and you're paying loans on. You just lost a lot of money.
Yeah, and you're making those payments for the rest of
your life. You will still have to make those payments and buy it.
But that's why most cars will have a. That's why when you lease a car or rent or buy a car with a loan, you have to have full coverage.
Yeah.
Because that way the insurance covers the cost of the car, and you and the loan company don't just get fucked.
Yeah.
Instead, the insurance company gets kind of fucked, but fuck insurance companies anyway. So
honestly.
Yeah,
They just make everything too expensive.
Was this written? This is written like they just didn't have anything else to write, and so they just wrote this really awful short thing. Like it sounds like something I would write in middle school for a research paper or something. It's honestly that bad. Who the fuck?
So it's like a BuzzFeed article is what you're telling.
Douglas A. McIntyre, go to sleep.
Boomer.
You're drunk.
Stupid boomer. Haha. Boomer. Comedy.
Okay. You've reached peak comedy, Jacob. It's not funny anymore.
It's funny because it's peak comedy, boomer. Haha.
Okay. That was stupid. Alright, let's move on to the Kia Telluride. I really hate the Kia Telluride.
Yeah.
So the Kia Telluride, specifically the 2020 Kia Telluride, I've seen a lot of ads about it, and it was like, it's got all-wheel drive, snow mode, and torque vectoring to make the rear wheels push and the front tires pull. Ooh. And I'm just like, oh my god. Everyone else, That's such a stupid way to talk about torque vectoring, first of all, and all-wheel drive systems, and second of all, everyone else has had this.
Congratulations,
like,
Kia. You
years.
have caught up to everyone after 10 years of being so far behind.
And it's just another crossover, and I hate crossovers in the first place. We've talked about this before. I legitimately do not understand the point of crossovers.
It's an oversaturated market that is becoming less and less interesting as time goes on.
They're too pussy to be an actual SUV, and they're too big to be a car. Too high of a center of gravity to be like a car,
or even be fun.
There's no point to them. There's absolutely no point to crossovers.
Like, literally, if you're thinking about buying a crossover, you'd almost be better off buying a full-size SUV or a truck.
They're not even fuel efficient.
No. But the companies will always tell you they're fuel efficient. They'll just say it in the dumbest way possible to make it sound like, oh yeah, seems legit.
It gets 40 miles a gallon in our lab-tested space that has a bunch of super. Oh god, they're not that fuel efficient. It makes me so angry. Yeah, an available all-wheel drive system. They don't even all have all-wheel drive. So half of them are probably front-wheel drive?
Most likely.
Oh my god, that's so dumb. An available all-wheel drive system with torque vectoring cornering control, TVCC, can help give you an added control during off-road excursions.
Whoa, so it's like every all-wheel drive system ever?
Good luck going over a bump or good luck going over a rock in this thing that's more than 6 inches tall.
Honestly,
because I guarantee you're gonna bottom out.
Yeah,
it does not have that. It does not have very high ground clearance.
It's not very high.
Some,
and I can imagine its suspension's pretty damn soft because they kind of try to market it like the new RAV4 is kind of like a luxury crossover.
I mean, soft suspension is fine for going off road, but like if you're going slow, but like,
well, yeah.
Oh my god.
But half these guys who buy these are gonna go hoon it around like it's their old Ford Bronco. They're not gonna know how to drive off road anyway.
Yeah. So which version has the oh god. It doesn't. There's no way to tell which versions have the all-wheel drive and which versions don't.
You can imagine if it's any modern car company, there's the Telluride, the Telluride LS, LSX.
It's the Telluride LX, S, EX, and SX.
Yeah.
And the SX is the most expensive, starting at $41,000.
Well, that's actually not too bad for what that is. I'll give it to Kia.
Yeah, no, it's not bad.
That's a pretty good price.
Why is this on extra? 20-inch alloy. 20-inch alloy wheels?
Kinda tiny.
Fuck. That's fucking low profile. Oh my god. It's the low profile thing all over again. This time it's in a car that's marketed as off-road. Oh boy, I can't wait for people to fucking destroy their tires on potholes. Destroy their rims on potholes, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, Kia. The fucking Kia website is making me put my location in. No, fuck you, Kia. You can get out of my face.
Give me a stinger or go away, Kia.
I just want to know. Kia can make some good cars too.
Like the Stinger. I thought the Stinger's fucking amazing.
Stinger GTS.
Yeah,
oh my god,
it's
so
fucking
cool.
awesome.
But then they make a fucking Telluride. Oh my god, and it's so bad. I don't think there's a worse Kia. It's so fucking bad. I hate it so much.
The Kia Soul's actually not half bad.
Oh, I hate the Kia Soul.
Really? I don't mind the Kia Soul.
I hate box cars in general. Like the Ford Flex, Kia Soul, Scion XB, Suzuki XB. I hate those cars. I legitimately hate them. They're so dumb.
I don't know. I like the Soul. I hate the Scion Toaster.
I hate them all. I don't understand the point of having a purposefully boxy, disgusting car that's not like fuel efficient, because they can't go fast. They're not fuel efficient.
Whoa, you forgot about the Kia Soul Turbo, okay?
That's still stupid, because it's just a fucking box.
There's really nothing that says my life as a millennial isn't complete without buying a Kia Soul with a turbo on it. That pushes out a blistering 205 horsepower. Because nothing says fun like the Kia Soul Turbo, I'll tell you what.
Break new ground. A driver's cockpit. Take command with an available... I hate touchscreen displays in cars, too.
Yeah, the infotainment systems.
Infotainment systems are dumb.
Yeah, not a fan.
Because they all have the shittiest touchscreens ever that don't work at all. I'd rather just have like buttons on my wheel that I can quickly press. That way I don't have to take my hands off the wheel.
Yep.
Or like knobs. Because like touchscreens leave so much room for error because there's not an actual like button and there's no haptic feedback to it. So like you don't know if you press the right thing, and then you're just fucking trying to walk around, unless it's all gesture based, which gesture based is a little bit better, but I'd still rather have actual physical like clicking buttons that I can press that do what I want to do.
Like that's what I like about my
like
my phone is there's haptic feedback on the buttons. It makes me very happy.
Yeah, but there are still like if you're trying to like open an app, it's kind of hard to open an app. Like, because you have to go to the home screen, so you have to press the home button, and sometimes that doesn't have haptic feedback.
Yeah, most of the time the navigation in apps is just awful.
But then to get to an app, you have to find that app on your home screen, find where it is, tap the exact right location, and that opens the app finally. But like at that point, if you're doing that while driving, that's not safe.
Yeah.
Because you don't. That's distracted driving at that point. Like if it was a
you will get pulled over for that too.
Yeah. In the state of Idaho,
you will get pulled
Washington,
over.
Oregon too. I'm pretty sure their distracted driving is.
They're pretty fucking serious about it.
Pretty big ticket too. Like I'm pretty sure that's. Yeah, they don't like it when people are on their phones, because a lot of people have died in wrecks where some idiot was on their phone. I don't text and drive for that reason, because I don't want to hurt anybody else. I could care less about my own life, but when it comes to other people, that's when I'm like, oh, I really don't want to be responsible for somebody else dying. But yeah, to end on a slightly depressing note,
don't text and drive, kids.
Don't text and drive. It's really bad. Yeah. Most phone companies out there are doing that these days, where they're like, take the pledge. I think I took the pledge 6 times when I was at a summer camp so I could get like wristbands. It's kind of funny. But yeah. Alright, well, I will see you retards next week. Maybe. Actually, we might take a week off because Thanksgiving. Or we might do a Thanksgiving special. You never know.
Yeah.
Depends on if I have my mic and equipment to do it. I don't know. Alrighty, well, here comes the outro. Bye-bye, retards.
Bye, guys.
tell me why. I know, no, no, you won't save my life. Save my life. Baby, keep on your making